Hey, Truth Tom here. Welcome back to my channel. I kidnapped David Moss today, and we went for a ride downtown Charleston, South Carolina in 14.3.5. Let's plug into this.
That went perfect. That was absolutely... That was just quick. It went immediately.
It's unbelievable. All right, let's take a ride.
Yeah, take a quick.
We're gonna take a ride with the 16,000 mile man, David Moss. We're here in Charleston, South Carolina, and we're going to take a ride downtown Charleston here, which is a chore in itself. We've got some narrow streets here, some rocky, bumpy streets, and we're going to go. I got a friend of mine owns a restaurant down there called Prohibition, so we're going to head there. David, welcome to Charleston, man.
Good to see you.
So happy you're here. And before I go any further, I really think it's very important. We thank David for his contribution to the Tesla community and to pushing the fact that we have 1.4 million people worldwide that die every year in automobile-related accidents. And David is proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that the best thing we could do is keep our hands off the steering wheel and allow our technology to continue to save lives. David and I also have a connection, sadly, through some illness. David's father is blind, and I have a sister who's blind, and we're very excited about things like Cybercab and the fact that it's going to open up a whole new world to people who really struggle and they need help. They're not going to get it from the government, right, David?
Hell no, yeah. It's all about regaining that independence. It's going to be pretty cool that, like, you and I, Tom, are going to be able to text and drive or sleep and drive or, you know, watch a movie or do whatever we want. But what's really going to make a difference in the world is the people that need it most, the people that don't have that independence today. And, you know, really going to prove, like you said with the rest, shadow of doubt, that Cybercab is going to be the greatest vehicle of all time to not only drive itself, to have a safe car to drive itself. And you could argue that something like that is worth in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, but for it to be available pretty soon for under $30,000, which is, you know, well under the, you know, median price of a new car here in America, it's going to be an absolute game changer for all of society, all over the world.
Yeah, and you know, obviously there's going to be massive disruption because of this technology, not because of just the full self-driving technology, the safety that brings, but we all know, we drive these Teslas, we know that they're cheaper to run, we know they're safer, we know there's no maintenance, so it's obvious that we're going to have a lot of pushback. But we are, you know, when I got involved in Tesla, I started investing in Tesla in 2016. And at that time, I'm thinking about the investment. I'm like, you know what, this company is going to grow, it's going to be great, I'm going to make a lot of money. I fast forward, and I had this conversation with Alexander Mers at one point. This is a mission now, because we deeply believe in this technology. And somebody said to me a couple of years ago, you know, what if Tesla goes out of business? What if something happens to Elon? I said, well, I guess we're all going down in flames together, because there are things that are worth fighting for. And this is one of them. So obviously you hear the negative stories about Tesla. You know, remember they used to go on fire or the batteries went dead? Well, we're proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that that's not happening. There's now cars running around out there with a couple of 100,000 miles, 300,000, maybe even 500,000 miles. There are a lot of people that are not on YouTube, that are not on X, that don't even know what we're talking about, that own Teslas, that probably have 500,000 miles. Would you say? There's got to be stuff out there like that. You know, what is our joke in the community? I've had this car since August of 2025. I currently have 42,000 miles on it. And I will say the maintenance has been really expensive over that time. Because, you know, windshield washer fluid is about $10 now, right?
Inflation's really hit it.
Yeah. So anyway, we're very proud. By the way, we're just going over Charleston, South Carolina. We're just going over the Ravenel Bridge here, which is, we call it our favorite bridge, and I do love it here. And I was just having a conversation with David earlier. This general area here, parts of Georgia, parts of South Carolina, North Carolina, we're known as the battery belt. A lot of the EV battery manufacturing technology and companies are moving here. A guy who we all know in the Tesla community named JB Straubel He is opening a plant about 30 minutes from here up in Camp Hall, which is in Ridgeland, South Carolina. And he's going to be recycling batteries. And we all know that the Megapacks and Tesla Energy is going to be an enormous company. So the battery manufacturing, we're in the battery belt. This is the battery belt. Now, it's also been known in the past as the Bible Belt, but we're not going to talk about that. So, David, you've got a little road trip planned, as usual.
Yes. It's always on the road. A couple big ones coming up, but the first one is try to break the autonomous cannonball record. So there's been 2 successful crews since my first coast-to-coast run late last year that have done the traditional cannonball route, New York City to the Los Angeles area. And so me and 2 great buddies of mine, Spencer and Owen Sparks, we're going to try to do our best to attempt that. The record is 49 hours, 55 minutes, and 57 seconds to drive a little over 2,800 miles. So it's a non-stop endeavor for over 2 days. We're hoping to break the 2-hour mark. We're competing against the same exact car trim as what I have, which is a 2025 Model 3 rear-wheel drive long-range premium. But I've done some big mods to it this week. Some of them aren't quite here, and some don't get implemented till Friday. But the first is, the tires are all about, that low rolling resistance. So there's nothing wrong about the all-season tires that our cars comes with. They're great. They're efficient. They work, working all seasons. Not heavy snow, but they're great all-around tires. But we're swapping those out. I still have, over half the life left, but we're buying a new Hankook Ion Evos, the summer performance variant, to get that rolling resistance even lower. So we're hoping to gain an extra couple miles on that. Like you just got to see, you're the first person to get to see it, Tom, but get some special edition hollow block discs, so full aerodynamic hubcaps, and that's coming from Smokey the Bear, his website. So that's hoping to add a little less drag there. We're going to be running near max tire pressure, so it certainly won't be comfortable, but that reduces the contact patch. We're thinking about literally everything we can. I'm even going to tape all the gaps in the frunk and the A-pillar and everywhere that there's a little bit of air for turbulence. We're going to actually physically tape those down. I'm even going to tape one of the back doors shut. I'm getting ceramic window tint for the first time in this vehicle to just limit the AC usage. I'm getting a sunshade on both of the rear glass pieces. We're doing all we can to drop the usage in any way. If we can get a 10% efficiency difference, that'll be an hour of savings. So we're really hoping for the best. But we're gonna again drive from New York City to Los Angeles nonstop, and it'll take about 2 days time. So that's pretty cool. And then sometime later this year, more this year, probably a little after Labor Day, it's kind of been a logistical nightmare. Myself, and I'm going to have a team as well. I should say that having the team makes it a lot more fun, but I'm going to attempt to drive all 50 U.S. states using FSD, so 48 in my own car, and then fly to Alaska, fly to Hawaii, all within 1 week. So see all 50 states within a week.
That is going to be absolutely insane. I mean, you're crazy. This guy is crazy. You want to talk about big balls? He's the guy. And I'll tell you something else. It's shocking that more people aren't trying to do streak. I think that's going to happen. I think David is opening up a whole new world of competition. If you're car guys, we're all car guys, right? A lot of guys, that's one thing, big misconception in the Tesla community. They think that we just love EVs. We don't. A lot of guys just love cars. Personally, I'm a NASCAR fan, so I call myself bipolar, actually. I like engines and I like EVs, but the competition side of Tesla is coming because the car culture is coming back in America. We lost it for a while. You remember the kid was working in the garage with his dad on his car, and that kind of went away for a while. But now it's coming back in the form of EVs. Go to any Tesla event and you'll see that. You'll see families there. We're living in this beautiful culture, right? I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yes. It's kind of the intersection of safety, American values, autonomy, family, and just as regular car guys. It's the fastest car you can buy, the cheapest car to run. There's There's no cons anymore.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So now we're going to talk to Grok. Hey, Grok, can you take us down to the Charleston Battery Waterfront Park?
Navigating to Waterfront Park at the Charleston Battery, about 1.5 miles away, 9 minutes. Let me know if you want to change it.
Goodbye.
That's just so cool how it can back up on its own now.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, by the way, we just stopped there at Prohibition. It's a friend of mine who owns that restaurant. My daughter loves being in the Tesla, obviously, and this is the route that we take. So downtown Charleston is a tricky little place. And as you can tell, sorry about that clicking noise, it's probably my camera mount, but the roads here, everything here is bumpy. The sidewalks, I don't know if you can see the sidewalks in the video, they don't fix things here because they're trying to preserve the history of Charleston and ripping up all these sidewalks. But we also have these oak trees, and although they're beautiful, and by the way, the life of an oak tree here is almost more important than a human life. You do not touch an oak tree in this town. So because of that, we have all these lifted sidewalks and lifted streets. So for full self-driving, it's most definitely a test, as you can tell. And my car is very used to it. And with, again, 42,000 miles, I don't have any suspension problems or shock absorber problems.
You haven't blown any tires or anything?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But we're the other thing, sadly, in South Carolina, we are a little behind as far as some things. Now we're not doing very good now, David. We're just driving over a bunch of parking spaces.
No, it's kind of like half a lane we're in a sense, but yeah, that wasn't the
smartest thing in the world. But the good thing is there's no cars parked there, right?
Yeah. I
also think that, let's face it, we talk a lot about potholes in full self-driving, and the people, the bears, let's call them who they are, they're like, well, it doesn't look at potholes. And I'm like, well, you're right about that. And it should. And it will. I believe it will. I believe everything will get fixed. But you know who I'm angry at?
Who?
I'm angry at the government.
Yes.
I'm paying a lot of taxes. Why the hell do I have to deal with potholes?
We shouldn't have to live in that.
We shouldn't have to live in that.
And especially somewhere like here, it's one thing when you live in like a cold northern state, say like Michigan or like parts, I don't know, Canada kind of weather where like they have the harsh winters. But like somewhere like South Carolina where you can do construction all year round, it's like, why is this a thing?
Yes.
And it's like that everywhere. It's and even the states with the higher taxes like California, their roads are even worse somehow. So it's back, I don't know, backwards. It's
yes, and we shouldn't.
Disgusting though.
Exactly, and our cars have vision. Our car I call it, I mean, I don't know if this is right or wrong. I call it like, it's like me with 8 eyes, with eyes in the back of your head.
Yes.
But even as a human being, if these white lines are not legible, how am I expected to see them?
Yes.
So none of this should be happening. All of these white lines and yellow lines and markings and handicap parking spaces, they should all be perfect. I know they won't be. But I think over time, if we're going to move to autonomous technology, Tesla are doing their job. I think the government needs to do this job.
I agree.
Because ultimately it's all going to save lives, right? I mean, that's what our goal is, to save lives. Now, I just came up with a great idea, David, as you were talking about the Cannonball Run. I think we should do, Cannonball Run obviously was a great movie. Any movie like that were great. I mean, just the cast of characters in that movie alone were phenomenal. But I think maybe we need to do a Smokey and the Bandit movie. Huh? What do you think?
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty cool, right? Like
especially that one guy. You've seen a Cybertruck that looks like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what is that? Tesla Cowboy?
Yep.
Tesla Cowboy. I mean, he's got the truck. Now, obviously Tesla Semi is coming.
Yes.
So we could definitely have the Coors Light. Well, you know what? Since I'm Irish, how about we do Guinness? Maybe we could transport a load of Guinness across the country. You know who could drive that truck? Tell me I'm wrong. JC. I think JC would be a phenomenal truck driver for that movie.
I think that would be.
See, we got the cast already.
JC's awesome.
He really is.
Thank you for watching our video, but he's the funniest damn guy I ever met in my life.
I can't wait to meet him IRL, as we say in real life.
But like you hear him on the videos, you hear him on X Spaces and stuff, but You get him in person where you don't have to have that like professional filter or whatever. I don't want to say switches up, but like it's a sight to behold. It's we've gone to a couple lunches together, him and I like almost spit out my food. Like it's like one time we were at lunch, we were waiting for Robotaxi. It was like 5 minutes away, and I was literally like crying, laughing. It was he's awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. We all, and we've been on this planet long enough to know we all have to have a filter, of course, at times. I mean, let's face it, there's kids watching these videos with their parents, so we have to be careful with that. But yeah, guys like JC, and guess what? One of the reasons I love this community is people are real here. Nobody's hiding behind a mask, and I could name names, but I won't, because it's unnecessary. Anybody who's watching this video or David's videos, or who are hearing people speak in spaces, understand this community is real. It's real. Yes. People who are honest, and we're honest about the technology. Like, this is it. There's two guys in Charleston, South Carolina. The car is driving.
You haven't done anything.
I haven't done a thing. I'm actually getting lazy. I think I'm kind of spoiled. I'm spoiled and entitled.
Yeah.
I'm a spoiled, entitled immigrant. I mean, welcome to America. So, but anyway, folks, listen. David, you have any announcements to make? Anything you want to say before we go?
No, just the Cannonball's coming up. Keep following both of us on X. We appreciate all the support. Somehow I don't understand in my life, but you can't end it. Yeah, we got the flagger.
I used to worry about that guy, David. I'm not worried about him anymore.
No. We're gonna get a great highlight clip though.
So you think the car doesn't read signs? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely reading that. It's even given extra space in an awesome way. But yeah, I mean I just really appreciate all the support from people like you, Tom, and all the viewers at home. I don't understand it, but things just continue to get better and better. And having the time of my life. So I really spectacular. Horrible time to get a cough, but
that's okay.
But yeah, I mean it's just amazing. There's some other opportunities I'll tell you here off camera, the things that are coming up. But stay tuned, people. We're not slowing down. More driving to be continued. Considering another vehicle, I don't think I'll do it, but I've got to run the math. But that YL having a free year of charging, that makes it. That's starting to get me pretty enticed. If I didn't own FSD outright and I didn't have sentimental value now in my car, I would trade it immediately. But do them because I'm going to get over $10,000 in my free year of charging. So but there'll be some interesting things. We'll keep talking until we get through this flag.
Yeah,
but
I do appreciate. So I own FSD on this. This car used to be. I'll put it this way. This car
went perfect. That was absolutely. It went immediately.
It's unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable. Now, the other thing, David, how many people would be back here and sitting on their phone in their regular ICE car, looking down on YouTube, maybe watching our video, and they wouldn't have even noticed that flag man? Then there'd be a guy behind them honking because they're sitting there on it, smack right into him, whatever it is. Like, this is so amazing that it just absolutely blows my mind. But anyway, listen, shout out to everybody who watches the videos. Please support David. These are the guys that are doing the hard work. And the hard work is being able to drive 16,000 miles on a streak. I mean, it's just amazing, proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that this technology will save lives and it will make a lot of lives better. So thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate you all.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.